saving my life, Keith. You're saving a drowning woman.
Come on. Letting you stay on my pull-out couch for a couple of days probably makes me a humanitarian.
Your couch? I may be depressed, but I'm not dead yet.
Let's not get carried away. I do my business here, you know.
Never stopped you before.
Oh, come on, come on, come on. I gotta brush up my public image here. There's a rapist on the loose. Your niece was raped, you know. I think if you care about finding the guy.
Well, of course I do. Keith, I broke out of the hospital to find out how she was. You know, I care. I just didn't know if she was going to report it or not.
We have a suspect.
That's great.
Now scram. I gotta get to work. Come on.
Don't take too long.
Dad, stop! What the hell you think you're doing? He's the one, Cruz, man. He raped me. Hey, you know that? Can't kill this man. I know it. Drop that thing, man. You drop it. Drop it. Oh, man, look, he's getting away.
Hey, look, the police are on this case. Now we're gonna take care of it.
You take care of it. I know how that works, man. He's gonna walk away.
We're gonna do this by the book. You'll be brought in like any other suspect.
I know how it works. You guys are gonna drag it out. This guy's gonna be out on the streets raping somebody else. I don't know about you, man. I'm taking that chance.
Ted! Ted!
Who are you, and why did you bail me out?
Charges had to do with kidnapping, didn't they? Well, let me show you how it's done.
What do you think you're doing?
I told you it's an abduction. You might as well sit back and relax, Jeff.
No, you turn around and take me back.
Where, to jail?
Yeah, if that's what it takes to keep me safe from your family and you.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry we have some things to talk about. I'm gonna take us someplace quiet where we can discuss some things, and then if you want to go back and be locked up, fine, I'll get it arranged.
You let me out here now. I don't want anything from you anymore. Do you understand that?
All right, fine, jump. We're only doing about 60.
Sure you don't want some dinner? No, I'm kind of counting on this milk to help me fall asleep. You know, if you weren't there today, I wouldn't have been able to talk to Cruz.
I'm glad. I'm glad you decided to talk to somebody. And at least now somebody can get started on this case and find this guy who hurt you.
Yeah. Look, if they find somebody, what's gonna happen? I mean, what's gonna happen to me?
Well, I would guess eventually there'd be some kind of a lineup or something.
Yeah. Look, if I didn't see the guy's face, how am I supposed to make it an identification?
Oh, now, Hayley, I don't know. I mean, you're asking the wrong person, but you've got to trust Cruz. Whatever it is that you have to go through, I'm sure it's going to be as painless as possible.
The thought of actually knowing someone who did this to me, I mean, actually facing him, Eden, I think I'm going to fall apart.
No, you won't. Hayley, you're a very courageous person. And it's not like you don't have a lot of people who love you and support you. You should get some rest. Yeah. Hey, what's wrong?
Oh, ask Cruz. He saw the whole thing. You know, he just stood there and watched it happen.
But watch what
I had
happened?
him, Eden. 2 more seconds and Jake would have confessed. But Cruz comes running in there like he's a cavalry, and all of a sudden, Jake goes flying out the door. Cruz starts telling me about questioning, procedure, all that kind of garbage.
Look, Cruz is trying to keep you out of trouble. You can't appoint yourself as some one-man posse. That is not how it's done.
You think he's doing such a good job? Jake could be miles away by now, Eden.
Ted, I'm so glad he stopped you. What were you doing?
Hayley, you are just scared. You are too scared. You do not realize that your so-called good friend here could turn into a sicko and attack you like an animal. I'm telling you, it is him. Everything points to this guy. Now, the only problem I'm having is I am the only person that wants to do something about it.
Oh, now, wait a second. That is
Look,
not
you
true.
can tell Cruz. Never
Tell
mind.
Cruz what?
Look, I know what I have to do, so just leave me alone.
Now, wait a second. Ted!
Good, doesn't he know he's making this worse?
Well, how soon do you think you might be home?
Don't wait up.
I thought maybe I could make dinner for you. You know, kind of earn my keep.
You're gonna cook? I think I'll eat at a restaurant.
Well, give me a call and I'll join you.
Just go. Go to my place, take a shower, watch TV, buy a pizza. Just go.
Well, what's the number at the pizza place, Keith? I'll look it up. You got a few bucks?
A few bucks?
For the pizza.
Here's 10. Go crazy.
Hey, I'll save some for you. What kind of pizza do you want? What do you want? Mushrooms, anchovies. Nobody likes anchovies. I'll save you some and we can heat it up in the microwave. You do have a microwave, don't you?
Yeah, I have a microwave, deluxe model at Brown's, too. Why don't you jump inside and get a tan? Ah!
Suspect was last seen at 72 Shortridge Road at the Abernathy Stables, driving a tan pickup, license number 3H7, Peter Charles Edward. Please be advised to proceed with caution. Suspect is believed to be armed with a knife. When suspect is sighted, call for backup units immediately.
Well, that's your boy, isn't it? Are you going to search his place?
Well, I just put out that call. We definitely got to bring him in.
Sounds like you found him in the stables, but he got away.
Well, we'll get him back.
Oh, come on. You're slipping, Cruz. You know, it used to be we questioned people on the premises. It made it go so much smoother.
Yeah, well, he and Ted were already mixing it up by the time I got to the stables. I thought I'd keep them from killing each other first and ask the questions later. What I need now is an arrest warrant for when we do catch up with him.
We're going to get straight from an aborted questioning right to a full-fledged arrest.
The man fled the scene. That's usually a sign of guilt.
I'm inclined to think the same way, but I need a statement from Hayley first.
Keith, I already told you the woman is not ready to talk yet.
Well, then get her ready. Come on, this is a district attorney's office. We're not here for other people's convenience. This is a rape. It's a felony. I can't start issuing warrants. I need something on the docket, something in the files from the victim. Can you get her here in an hour? Please.
There we go. See, isn't it pretty?
What is this place?
Just an old mountain cabin. It's a little on the rustic side, as you can see. The indoor plumbing was a big concession on my father's part.
So this is where the Capitals go primitive, huh? Hunting trophies? You know, I at least expected to see a few heads of the enemy. All those poor slobs who are done wrong by the Capwells.
Tell you what, if you don't mind not having company during all this diatribe, I will go out to the car and get the groceries. How about that? Sit down and make yourself a little more uncomfortable. Don't tell me. Allergies.
Hey, well, you know, when the barometer dips below freezing, I'll be known to be a little sensitive to the cold. I'm just funny like that.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll make a fire. I got the caretaker to stack some logs up for us.
Oh, how thoughtful of you.
Jeffrey, will you stop complaining? And listen, what we can do, we can roast marshmallows for dessert. How's that?
Marshmallows?
Don't you have those in England?
You're crazy, you know that? I just told you that I don't want to have anything to do with you or your family ever again. And how do you answer that? You haul me out into the woods to this hovel and start playing Girl Guide.
Girl what?
Girl Guide. You know, girls join a sort of a club and they learn to make fires and they do good things.
Oh, Girl Scouts.
Yeah, I don't care what they call it. I don't want any part of it.
Jeffrey, would you please just admit how nice it is to be out of that jail and into the real world? Did you smell the air outside?
I can't. My nose is frozen.
Yeah, well, that is the smell of freedom for both of us. Jeffrey, this is the first time we've been together when we're not running away from something. Isn't that a wonderful feeling to you?
Yeah, it's irrelevant, Kelly.
Okay. You're angry with me because you think I had everything to do with what my family
It doesn't
planned.
matter whether you knew or not.
Well, I didn't know, and I told them today I was appalled. I mean, I can't believe they would set you up like that.
Yeah, I can't believe it. But anyway, it's over now, so I think it's best we just forget it for
No,
the time
it's
being.
not over because you're against me for something I had no part in.
All right, I believe you. You didn't have anything to do with it, okay? Fine.
So what? Can we make the best of this, being up here? I mean, Jeffrey, it's the whole reason I brought you up to this cabin. So we could be alone and we could continue our little adventure without all the anxiety in it.
I'm trying to forget our little adventure, Kelly.
You can't mean that. And Jeffrey, we had some pretty bad times, but there were some things. You can't forget the whole thing, can you?
Yeah. Yeah, I can. And I would like to go now.
I don't understand why we had to come down here today. You said I wouldn't have to.
Haley, It turns out there's no way we can proceed on the case without making your statement a part of the record. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, why didn't you know that earlier?
The district attorney is the one demanding your statement. Now, Keith is forcing this, so you don't have much choice.
Excuse me, did I hear my name mentioned? Hello, Miss Capwell. Come right in.
It's okay. We'll be right behind you. Come on.
No, thanks anyway, but I don't think that'll be necessary.
You know, I would feel a lot more comfortable if they were in with me.
This is not about you being comfortable. It's about justice being done. You don't want the man that raped you to do it to somebody else, do you?
Of course not.
Well, then it stands to reason that you should tell me everything you can about the crime so that we can apprehend the right man. Okay?
You know, I really don't see what harm it would do for us to stand in the room, and we'll be quiet.
Well, thanks anyway. Come on. Come on, buddy.
Keith. This woman has been badly traumatized. You take it easy on her.
Such a pleasure.
Well, frankly, it would be my pleasure to see a few more people around here. What did you folks do? Throw a little ptomaine in the clam chowder? It's like a tomb in here.
No, that's what happened the other night. What happened to that girl?
Oh. Yeah, of course.
I guess people got kind of scared off.
The girl that got raped. Did you see her in here before it happened?
Yeah, sure. She comes in a lot.
Or was she alone, or was somebody talking to her?
I didn't really notice. I mean, she talked to the boss for a while, Brick, Mr. Wallace.
Well, was there anybody suspicious hanging around?
Suspicious?
Yeah, you know, somebody odd, out of place, someone that looked uncomfortable, like they didn't fit in.
Are you a cop or something?
You don't know how funny that is.
Well, it just seems like you have some kind of special interest in this thing. That's why I'm asking.
Well, maybe I do. Glass of white wine?
Yeah, sure thing.
Hey, buddy, could you cash this check for me?
Oh, hey, I'm afraid I don't have enough in the register right now. Nah. Look, as you can see, we're not doing much business tonight.
Yeah, I know, but look, I really need the cash. Maybe I could leave the check with you. You give me the cash that you got. I could come back in a couple of days and give me the rest.
I'm afraid I'm not authorized to cash.
Look, the check's good. I mean, I just quit my job and it's a month's pay.
I didn't say it wasn't a good check.
Jay?
This is Captain.
Is there a problem here?
Well, the man wants to cash a check, but we can't cover it.
Oh, it must be some check. I thought you quit your job. That's what you said last time I was in here buying a round of drinks for everybody.
Look, I gotta go. Thanks anyway.
Hey, well, look, you know, I could call my boss if you want me to check him.
Well, he's not very friendly, is he?
Well, don't get your feelings hurt. You know, maybe I can make up for his bad manners. I can be real friendly to the right person.
I'll just have the glass of white wine.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Right. The pillowcase and the knife are clear signs of premeditation. I mean, this guy was planning something. This wasn't done in the heat of the moment. It means we can throw away the key. You understand that?
I haven't thought about it.
You haven't? You mean to tell me you haven't lost a few nights' sleep thinking about how to make this pig suffer?
I just want it to be over with.
The only way for it to be really over with is for the man that raped you to pay for it. You suffered, and the stable boy has to pay for it.
What?
Oh, come on. Come on, it's pretty clear who we're dealing with here.
Look, I didn't name any names.
Everything cuts a path to Jake Morton.
I will be the first to admit, I don't remember enough.
Not to mention the fact the guy practically convicted himself by running away from the police.
Well, that's because Ted...
That's because Ted what?
Ted thought Jake did it, so he went after him. And Jake must have been afraid, so he ran without thinking.
What about the fact that when you were at the bar, he asked you to dance and you turned him down?
I don't see
You said
what...
he was drunk, belligerent, prone to violence.
I said he was drunk. I didn't say those other things.
Well, what about his drinking? What was he drinking? Remember?
It's not something I would remember.
No? What was it? Was it
Think about the glass. Was it an amber-colored liquid? Clear?
Clear, I think, clear.
Let's move ahead. All right, you said this man comes up behind you. He puts a pillowcase over your head. You struggle to get the pillowcase off. He pins you down. Then what'd he say?
It's very fuzzy right now.
Did he put a knife to your throat?
Maybe. Maybe at first. All I can remember is him putting it to my side under my clothing.
Well, that would be the time he'd say something, wouldn't it be?
Oh, my God.
What?
I remember.
He said something.
Make another sound, I'll kill you.
It's great. Okay, what else?
No, I don't want to talk about this.
Come on! We're getting close here. Something. We must remember something. What does his voice sound like?
I was afraid.
Was he how big? Was he a big man?
I didn't notice.
Was he taller than me?
I don't remember. I
must
told
remember
you.
something. This was a brutal attack. Come on. What? His voice, the knife, something.
Smell.
What smell?
His breath smelled like alcohol.
What kind of alcohol? Was it, bourbon, scotch, beer?
No.
Wine?
No.
Gin?
Maybe gin.
It was gin. That's very interesting. Because gin's a clear liquid. And you said Jake Morton was drinking a clear liquid.
What's the best you can do with that fire?
I'm a little rusty. But the best you can do with the dinner?
Hey, listen, I am feeding you before we go back to the city. I wouldn't be so ungrateful if I were you, you know.
Yeah, I think it'd be to our advantage if I went out and picked berries and nuts, you know, before you get that ready.
Oh, yeah? You want to watch me? I am a cook. You know what your problem is? You never learn to let go.
Let go. Is that like hanging loose and being cool and all that Californian stuff, yeah?
Jeffrey, you know, life doesn't have to be so serious all the time. I mean, you're so full of resentments and your little secret agendas, you don't have time to have fun.
I'm quite capable of having fun under the right circumstances. You know, your trouble is you have no sense of the appropriate time and place. Not to mention boiling point.
What are you doing?
What is this?
What is rice?
Rice? You're supposed to simmer it, not scorch it to death.
Excuse me.
And what are you going to do with this? Salad?
Probably put dressing on it. I don't know.
Look, it's dripping wet. I mean, the dressing is just going to slide right off it.
Jeffrey,
You're supposed to drain it or something.
you gonna supervise the chicken next? Is that what you're gonna do?
No. At least you had the sense to pluck it. What's so bloody amusing?
You always have to tell me how to do every little thing the way you do it.
Yeah, because you're a helpless infant who can't even tear a strip of lettuce without a diagram. Tell me, have you ever been in a kitchen where there wasn't a cook and 5
All
serving
right,
maids?
so I'm a little spoiled in the domestic area. But that doesn't make me a bad person. Does it?
I think you should put this into the oven. It's going to take at least an hour, and we don't have that much time.
I thought we had all the time in the world.
Our time ran out for us, Kelly, when we got caught.
She shouldn't be in there alone right now. I mean, you should have seen her earlier. She looked so young and frightened. She was going up to bed at 6 o'clock in the evening with a glass of milk. And I know she was going up there just to sit in that room, close the curtains, and sit in the dark.
You know what blows my mind? He doesn't give a damn. You know, he's just grandstanding. He missed out on his big chance for a conviction with Kelly. Now he's gonna get some cheap headlines out of a rape trial.
It makes me sick.
This whole thing could have been avoided if he'd just given me the warrant when I asked for it. I was gonna search Jake's room.
What were you expecting to find?
Maybe nothing.
So you...
Maybe a pillowcase. Maybe the knife.
You agree with Ted. You think he did it.
Well, nobody's as convinced as Ted.
I gotta tell you, he was half crazy when he walked out of the house today. I was really afraid that if he found Jake before the police did, he was
No, I
gonna
think we're gonna
mess
get
him
there
up.
first this time. I got a lot of guys on it.
Gotta be honest with you, Hayley is feeling very nervous about talking to Ted. He's acting very irrational.
That's just terrible. I mean, this is the time when they should be able to count on each other, you know what I mean?
I know. It makes me sad to see them drifting apart.
It's the kind of thing that can get out of hand in a hurry. If you let it.
No, you don't understand. Jake couldn't do it. He just couldn't because he is a gentle person.
What about those boots? Were they cowboy boots?
I don't know. It was dark.
Because I'd venture to say that Jake owns a pair of cowboy boots. You know, people that work in stables generally don't own a pair of regular shoes.
If you say so.
Boots don't implicate somebody in themselves. This is one reason in a list of a lot of reasons. The man has motive and he has opportunity.
I don't know how to make you understand, Mr. District Attorney, but Jake Morton would never have done this to me.
He was drinking. That releases the inhibitions. The Jake you knew to had his emotions on a leash. You can see his violent side. Said he had a fist fight with Ted.
No one got hurt. He even drove Ted home afterwards.
Read that. Read it, see if it's accurate. It's supposed to be a representation, an accurate representation of what you said. Did I misquote you? Did I misrepresent anything?
No.
What you have there adds up to a very bitter, very frustrated, and probably very repressed man. I don't want to see him out in the streets violating other women the way he violated you. The sign at the bottom of the page, all it says is that's an accurate representation of everything you said. Sign it! Sign it. The sooner you do, the sooner a sick man's off the street. You got your warrant. You're welcome.
You know, I don't understand. I mean, this is like we've been given a second chance, you know? I mean, this is our opportunity to see who we can be in a regular life under normal circumstances. Aren't you even curious, if nothing else?
You know, there's an old quote from the Bible. To everything, there is a season. Now, we've had our season, Kelly. It's over now.
I think there's more to that quote. Isn't there something about a time for rejoicing and a time for weeping?
Yes, there is.
Well, we haven't had our time to rejoice. I mean, we've had our excitement and our tears and maybe a few laughs along the way, but we haven't had anything to rejoice until now. Jeffrey, can't we just take a little time aside to celebrate the freedom that we have, just for a little while?
You're bloody difficult to argue with sometimes, you know
Well,
that?
I mean, come on. We have accomplished so much and we got out alive. Isn't this about the best time to celebrate the occasion?
You know, I think I spotted a bottle of wine lurking about there.
Wine? It's champagne, and I thought I snuck it past you.
Well, maybe I should go and find it and open it.
No. I'll open it. I may be a novice in the kitchen, but I learned how to open champagne when I was about 12.
Okay, well, I'll go and find us some more wood for the fire.
All right. Don't take too long.
I won't.
All right, don't tell me. I'm off key, I know. Jeffrey?
Shut your face, girl, or I shoot.
Who are you?
You tell me.
My name's Kelly. Listen, I just came up here to have a picnic with my friend. We weren't doing anything wrong.
This here's private property.
Yeah, I know. My family owns it.
Oh, yeah? What family is that?
The Capwells. If you just let me go, my purse, get some ID.
You just stay right where you are until we get this thing figured out.
All right. Don't you recognize me? Listen, I've been in the papers a lot lately. Kelly Capwell, you remember about the police charges? Listen, I'm free, everything's okay, but if you don't trust me, you can call my father or have it Mr. Lipton, the caretaker of this place. Jeffrey, don't hurt him!
Ah, give me that! What are you, crazy?
I thought you were trespassers.
She owns this cabin. At least her family does. She got every right to be here.
Oh, I recognize you now. Your picture was on the television. The both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see you together. I remember.
Well, thank goodness.
Oh.
Look, is it safe to give this back to you now?
As long as I know what's what and who's who.
Yeah.
You two's on the run for a long time.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, but you came out of it all right. You got out free and clear. That makes it kind of special, doesn't it? Like you was in the army together. You know, you stick with a person at a time like that, you're friends for life. That's wonderful. Don't meet too many people you can count on in this life. Once you find one, ought to hold on to him.
You're just gonna have to put it all out of your mind. I mean, you did what you had to do. Now, you just need to get some rest.
That paper.
Well, there was nothing that it wasn't the truth, right?
Well, no, but the way Timmons words things, I mean, it made me look like I was accusing Jake of something, but I wasn't, Cruz, I wasn't.
I know. Hayley, Jake is going to be questioned. He'll have every chance to defend himself. If he's innocent, we'll find out about it.
Well, I hope so.
Listen, why don't you take Eden's advice and go upstairs? If you get some sleep, you'll feel a lot better tomorrow.
I was thinking of staying the night in case you needed anything.
Oh, Eden. Thank you. I don't want you to feel like you have to do that.
Oh, no, I want to.
Thank you. We'll have breakfast in the morning.
Okay, that sounds nice. Okay. But listen, you don't have to wait until the morning. I mean, if you wake up and you need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you.
Thanks. Good night, Cruz.
Good night, Hayley.
What happens now?
Well, I guess I'm going to call and see if Jake has been brought in. And if he has, he better have a good alibi, because Keith is obviously going to pin this on him, whether he did it or not. Excuse me. You know something? You got a great heart.
Listen, I'm going to be tied up here all night. They're bringing in the suspect any minute.
Who is it?
Curiosity killed better cats than you. That's confidential, Darrell.
Come on, Keith. Look, why don't you drop on down to Johnny's and have a bite to eat with me first?
Darling, I'm hanging up now, okay?
No, I'll tell you what. I'll go home and start unpacking.
Unpacking?
Yeah, my only problem is finding a way to carve out a little closet space in between your three-piece suits.
We didn't say anything about closet space here. I mean, this is a temporary arrangement. This is a contingency, baby.
Keith, I don't want to hang you up. I gotta run. You're always saying how busy you are. I'll let you go.
Gina! Gina! Closet space over my dead body.
I need to ask you a question. Has Jake Morton been in here tonight?
Yes.
What's the matter with you? You look like you're ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, she's given half a chance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's going on?
I'm trying to ask this guy a question. Do you mind?
Does it have something to do with Hayley?
Yes, it does. And I don't want you around her, so just stay away from her.
Well, I think maybe you should stay away from her with this kind of attitude of yours. How is that going to help her? I mean, you're acting ridiculous. Where are your manners, Ted?
Look, you're not playing stepmother anymore, so I don't even have to pretend to be civil to you, so don't push it, Gina. Hey, about Jake now. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, tall blonde guy.
Yeah. He comes here a lot. Hard drinker.
Yeah, he was here.
Yeah. When?
About an hour ago. He came in to cash a check. But I couldn't do it. He looked kind of strung out.
Oh, yeah. No, why?
What are you trying to do to me? For God's sakes, what are you trying to do to me? For God's sakes, what are you trying to do to me? Please, Hayley, I'm not here to hurt you. I've never hurt you, you know that. So I'm gonna take my hand away, okay? You promise you won't scream? You promise? Okay. Hayley, listen. The cops are after me. They're after me for rape. What did you tell him, Hayley? Just don't think that. You don't think that I did that to you? I want to hear it from your lips before I believe it, Hayley.
Jake, just get out of here.
Just say it. Do you honestly think that I raped you? Do you?
I don't know. I don't know anything right now. Just, you shouldn't be here, Jake.
Oh, where's Hayley?
She just went up to bed.
Listen, man, before you go up there, she's had a bad day. He forced our hand and made her come up with a formal statement. It was pretty rough on her.
Somebody has got to speak up for me. For God's sake, you got to tell him that I didn't do it. Look at me, Hayley. Look into my eyes. I would never hurt you. Say something. Say something.
No, Jake! No, let me go!
It wasn't me. Oh, God, it wasn't me.
Let me go! Stop it!
No!
Oh,
God, let me go! It wasn't me!
Hey, did you get your hands off my footwear?
You're home. Those are very expensive shoes, Keith.
Thank you, yes. Then take better care of them. Like, don't put them where they don't belong.
What's the matter with you?
This is the matter with me. Come on, what do you do? This is moving in here with these dresses. This is hunkering down and getting comfy. This isn't what we talked about, though.
Keith, I just was putting a few things away, that's all.
Great. Put them in a suitcase. I'll lend you one.
I don't want them to get wrinkled.
Well, then get them pressed. I'll pay for them, okay?
I don't know what's got you in such a bad mood. Look, did you find out anything about Hayley's rapist?
Well, thanks to some crack detective work by Inspector Castillo, he hasn't been caught yet. Morton's out there someplace.
Jake Morton?
Yeah. You know him. He used to work at the stable with Ted.
Yeah, of course I do, but he's a friend of Hayley's. I just saw him at Johnny's.
Tonight?
Yeah, a little while ago.
Oh, come on. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you say something?
How was I supposed to know he was the one you were after? Did Hayley say he did it?
It's my own phone. I'll answer it. Thank you. Hello. I'll be right down there. They got him. He's been arrested.
Well, wait for me.
Well, dinner was good.
Oh, of course. You made most of it. You want more champagne?
No, thanks. And by the way, I'll do the driving back, all right?
Oh, what, is that a hint that we have to pack up and leave immediately?
Oh, finish your champagne.
Oh, you're so kind. So, conversation sure has been fascinating. What are we going to talk about next?
I'm sorry. Yeah, that old geezer in here with his blunderbuss that kind of shocked me into silence.
Oh, really? Kind of brought back old memories to me.
Well, what is this nostalgia with old times? Do you like having your heart stopped every 10 minutes?
It had its moments, yeah.
And if you keep thinking that you're going to be dead, the sensation of being alive does tend to come into rather sharp focus, yeah.
Jeffrey, you know what I mean. I mean, come on, we did have some fun times, admit it.
Well, rearranging furniture in the back of a moving van was a unique way of passing the time, I'll say that.
I was thinking more of later on. No, I always wondered what that sensory deprivation stuff was about.
Yeah, that was quite something, wasn't it?
I never knew I was capable of fantasizing like that. It was so real. And I got the impression that you had pretty much the same experience.
Oh, to a degree.
You know, most fantasies we have and the dreams that we dream every night, it's real hard to remember and relive them, you know? But for some reason, that experiment was different. When I was alone in my cell, I would let my mind drift, and I could bring back those thoughts. It was amazing. I don't suppose you ever tried to do that.
No, no.
Why don't you try it right now?
Kelly,
No, I mean it. Come on. Just close your eyes and imagine yourself floating like we were that day. Let's do it. Just let your mind take you where it wants to take you. Don't tell it anything. Just erase all thoughts. Just let it take you. Is it coming back?
Sort of.
How about now?
Getting closer.
How about now?
Help you sleep.
Only one?
Yeah, but they're supposed to be strong.
I just want to go to sleep and never wake up.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
Ted, I may be ruining a man's life forever.
You're not ruining Jake's life. Jake ruined his own life the day he raped you, Hayley.
He said he did, and he swore to me.
Hayley, the man is desperate. He knows it's over. He's going to go to jail for it. I mean, what do you expect him to say?
Well, what if he's telling me the truth?
You can't mean that, Hayley.
Oh, for God's sakes, Ted, how can you be so sure? I'm the one that went through this, and I'm not sure. How come everyone else is such an expert on what happened?
Now, settle down. Look, Hayley, you gave a statement to the district attorney, right? That's what Cruz said?
Yes.
Okay, well, apparently you don't realize this, but all your evidence that you said points directly to Jake. In fact, they couldn't get a warrant fast enough.
The DA heard what he wanted to hear because he wanted a conviction. And Ted Capel, you're hearing what you want to hear because you hate Jake.
Hayley. Even now, Jake has got a hold over you. All he has to do is get down on his knees and beg for you, and you're going to start defending him again.
Ted, all I want is to be fair.
No, it's not like that. Now, you got some kind of a feeling for him that you have been telling me about, Hayley. Now, you wouldn't be acting this way.
Have a seat. Did you call Timmons?
Yeah, he said he's on his way.
All right, Mr. Morton, you have the right to an attorney, as we told you. Is there anybody you want to call?
I don't know anybody.
Maybe we can get you a PD.
What difference does it make? Everybody's bound and determined I'm going to take a rap for this. What good's a lawyer going to do me?
If you're innocent, a lawyer can help you prove it.
I am innocent.
You have an alibi for the night of the rape?
Exactly.
What does that mean?
I was drunk out of my mind. I was in and out of every bar on State Street.
I'm Not that it would help much, but think you could find anybody who would testify they saw you in one of those joints?
Maybe. No. Listen, what about a lie detector test or something like that?
You'd be willing?
Yes, I'll do anything.
Where's his lawyer?
We were just discussing that.
Wouldn't wait too long getting him representation. I'm pushing for an arraignment tomorrow.
Jake, you know, Hayley used to talk about you. How could you do something like this?
I didn't!
Bro, hey. Hey! I asked the questions, not you. Wait outside.
Keith, did you ever stop to consider that you might have the wrong man? Cruz, you agree with me, don't you? I saw the way you were looking at Jake.
Well, a lot has to happen before I make up my mind about him.
He'd be lucky to have you on his side. I hope you help him.
What's it to you, Gina?
Well, I've suffered a few unfair accusations in my time. Let's just say I have a soft spot for the underdog.
What's happening?
Keith is pushing for an immediate arraignment. I'm gonna see if I can't get Jake a good lawyer.
So you're with Hayley. You don't think he did it?
It's too soon to tell.
You've got a gut feeling. I can see that.
Well, if I see that a man is being railroaded, I'm gonna do my damnedest to stop it, if that's what you mean.
Can't help thinking what Ted would say if he heard you say that.
Eden, Ted is out of his mind right now.
No, I know.
I mean, I can't go around looking for the most convenient scapegoat just because he needs revenge.
Don't worry. To be honest with you, I agree with you. And Ted's just gonna have to understand.
What's wrong?
This is...
Jeffrey, you're letting your mind take over again.
Yeah, it's just a fantasy, you know, a dream. It can't be lived out.
That's not true. We are living it out.
And now we're hallucinating. When it's over, we'll be back with reality staring us straight in the face. I just think it's best if we end it before it begins.
I'm Tom Brokaw. In Mississippi, the infant mortality rate for blacks is twice that of whites. A look at how technology and education are changing that tonight on NBC Nightly News.